What do we have here? It's a Don't Call It a Swim 8 DSWM30. So let's go over it real quick. Alright, so this basically the Swim 30. Now, why they call it a Swim 30, I don't know. I'm not paid enough to know that, but it only has 26 tuners. I know. I was like, oh, it's 30 tuners? No. There's a lot of similarities, and then there's a few things that are different with this. So it's supposed to run cooler than a Swim 16. I haven't noticed. I haven't put both of them together. The Swim 16s run hot, so I'm sure this gets warm as well, but it's supposed to run cooler. It's compatible. You obviously have your 6 here. Now, these aren't legacy ports like on the Swim 16s and Swim 8s. They're basically like the 4K port, you want to call it. So you run if you have a 4K LNB, you can run all 6 here. And then you can have 4K to your 26 tuners if you need it. Or obviously if you're only going to have 4K to a certain amount, but you're going to need the 4K signal regardless. So you got your 6 ports here for your 4K LNB if you need it. And then if you have a 4K LNB, but you also have a World Direct International dish, then there's a special diplexer like WD Diplex 09. You have to look it up. And that goes in line to one of these ports, the 4K ports here. And then that allows you to basically bring in that satellite signal from the World Direct and include it to the rest of the system. Not 4K, obviously, because there's no 4K. I'm not going to say there's no, but I don't think there's any World Direct 4K channels. Hence, there's not a World Direct 4K LNB. On the other side, there's obviously a direct, just like Swim 16, Swim 8, direct power supply right here. And also on Swim Port 1, it's also red because you can put power in that one as well. Now these 2 ports right here, 13 tuners a piece. That's it. 26 tuners. That's it. That's all you get. So I'll give you a close-up on this. I sell these to customers because it saves me from stacking Swim 16s if I need to. So it saves, even though this costs more than a Swim 16, the labor, it saves the customer. And what I charge the customer, it saves them. So it actually saves them money for me. So I don't have to stack Swim 16s. You get the all dual port power passing splitters. And it just saves me time. That way I can just run my 4 lines or 6 straight into this. And then I get my 26 tuners. And if I need to, like most of the time, if I'm using this, I'm probably going to do more than 26 tuners. But I don't have to stack multiple Swim 16s. So let's give you guys a close-up view of this. All right, up close and personal, I'm just going to call it the Swim 30. Well, I should call it the Swim 26, really. You got your regular 4 ports here, and you can see down here it says RB, reverse band. So you're only going to use those for that. Or if you're not in no 4K, but you just have the World Direct, then obviously you're going to use those ports too as well. Couple things. This is it supports an H21 or an HR20 model and up receiver. What does that mean? That means no D12. This does not support D12 receivers. I have not personally tested that out. That's just what I looked up and what I've been told. What everybody says, it does not support D12 receivers. So just take that for what it's worth. I have not actually personally installed a D12 receiver on a Swim 30. So obviously on the other ports here, you've got your power port. You got your Swim 1, Swim 2. This is a power passing. It's basically it. Obviously, I don't have a Swim 8 right now to kind of compare size, but I believe it's a little smaller. That's basically it, guys. There's not much else to it. Power out. You can see right here. Power out 13 volt. If you need to power an external source, basically. That's all that's for, really. I forget. It's 13 volts, so whatever, obviously 13 volts powers on that side. I've never actually used that port yet. So if I do, then I'll show you guys exactly what I did to utilize that port. But other than that, it's pretty much what you guys get. Last quick rundown here. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Yeah, that's basically it. As far as, like I said, the heat's supposed to run cooler. This does run warm to the touch, but I've not had it where it's hot with my Swim 16s in the back here behind me. Those actually run pretty warm, so that should help out as far as power. And if it's really hot, then it's obviously not nearly as efficient. So, all right, guys, like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.